just chatting.
He's down
I'm
the
just
line
on
of
Twitch,
sight
but
of
that's
the shooter.
crazy.
Somebody says they have a picture of the shooter, and it's the body.
But
Oh, maybe they are dead.
To see where people instinctively.
Yep, maybe they're dead.
Where do they think the shots came from? And they're going to be much better than anything we would hear. You know, certainly from microphones, audio
That's
feed
crazy.
that would come in via who's ever there. You know, whatever media is there. We're not going to pick that up quite so clearly. But people will hear things, and people will often instinctively turn the direction of where they thought they heard something coming from. And it looks like there's a lot of indications right off that it may have been a shot that came from the right side. Okay, and you see him go down immediately. So, and that's probably one of the reasons that you only see what you see is because he went. There was probably somebody there. And we can't see everything, but you see how fast he went down. Secret Service reacted.
I feel like he ducked down because he didn't even know what the fuck
to get him
happened.
out of the line of sight of any would-be shooter, and to get him covered. You see where they're basically putting their bodies.
Go to
and
NBC.
With that, the ballistic vest that they all wear to basically provide a human.
We know about this.
Attendees of the rally, and what kind of did you see them get shot directly, or did you just see the aftermath?
No, you just heard the noise. You heard the pop, pop, pop. Seeing the aftermath.
Oh,
and
that's
neither
sad.
of them looked good. They were both down. Nobody was talking. Nobody was moving.
What was going through your mind as you were witnessing all of this?
Are they still here? And am I going to get shot? That's what's going through my mind. Where he's holding my hand, and we were going to get up and try to get out of here. And some gentleman there said, "No, you stay down." So we stayed down, and then we finally heard everybody evacuate. And he grabbed my hand, and we got out of there.
That's sad.
What was your state of mind coming into this rally today?
Twitter,
what were you expecting, and what are you feeling now as we all experienced?
Number one trending thing on X's stage
that none of us thought would come.
Well, I was excited. I mean, this is just our second rally, and the first one, Trump is very energetic when he comes to these, and now I want to vote for him more than ever.
Why is that?
Shit!
Just to send a message to these people. They can stop us.
Fuck them.
Don, how are you feeling? I mean, you're here with your son. Of course, you want to protect your baby, and you don't want them or yourself to be in any danger. What were those mama instincts in that moment, and how are you feeling right now?
Exactly. My mama instincts were when he grabbed my hand, I knew my son was scared to death because he was holding my hand. He had held my hand since he was probably 5 or 6 years old. And so he held on
don't out him like that.
You can imagine. My heart went into a million pieces. All I kept thinking was we got to be safe and get out of here, and I agree with Joe.
Damn, look at that
This
picture.
country got to get back in line. This is out of control.
Holy shit.
How did you get
That's really not that much
how
blood.
Did you get here to safety?
That once
it's really
they
not.
us, because right where we were sitting, we were able to just keep on going. We actually watched the snipers and everybody over on the side for a few minutes.
It's an ear. That's what I'm saying, right? It was only the ear.
From your vantage point of the snipers, these were the people protecting the former president.
That's correct. And now they were over in the lawn. They just were watching every single person with their guns going by. I believe the one injured person was over there that they had. Wasn't he on the one on the ground?
Yeah, so before they evacuated, they carried the 2 injured people out. Then they yelled for us to get evacuated. At that point,
so there's 2 other people that got injured.
The Secret Service were up in our section with the guns.
Damn.
And they were all in the field. Because like I said, rumor was he climbed up the back of our bleacher. So.
Joe, Donna, thank you both so much. I'm so glad you are safe. I know this was not the day that you were expecting.
No, they just hurt.
Thank you so much for sharing your story with us. Don't go too far. I might have some follow-up questions for you. So Lester, there you have it. Another first-hand account. They were right there. This was not the experience anyone was expecting. Still trying to grapple with what just happened here, Lester.
Dasha Burns, thank you for that interview. Very revealing. We should point out it's unconfirmed what those witness accounts were of other people who might have been wounded. We're tracking all that down, and as soon as we have more on that, we'll certainly bring it to you. I want to bring in.
I'm going to guess it's a 3D printed gun.
Tom Winter, he joins us on the phone with some new reporting.
I bet it doesn't need this. This is America,
Tom?
bro. It's probably just a real gun.
Incorporating the work of myself.
Tons of people have guns here. Like, why would you 3D print? You just go buy a gun.
U.S. law enforcement officials tell NBC News that there is a growing concern.
Did you have a shooter on X? I know. I can't watch it. Somebody already sent it to me. I can't watch it because it's like a dead body.
Former President Donald Trump. Based on the facts of the investigation as they're developing them.
Or it's potentially a dead body.
2 senior law enforcement officials tell NBC News that there is a growing concern
Got a link?
that this may have been
if they want to link it in chat.
attempt on the life of former President
What do you mean
Trump.
it may have been?
Lester, I can tell you, as you can well imagine, there is a lot of conflicting information.
What do you mean?
Right now, as this investigation gets sorted out.
They shoot him in the
what
head?
Occurred on the ground.
I'd be like,
who heard
guys,
from where.
I think this might be political.
We're proceeding with extreme caution as to what we're hearing and who may or may not have been involved.
Mm-hmm.
But there is definitely a concern that this may have been a serious attempt on former President Trump's life. And why that might be important, some people might say that that would be obvious. You know, different things can happen.
I might just listen to this real quick.
To me, as you're trying to figure out if you're okay, what's going on, was he shot, was he wounded? Then we heard him on the microphone, Shannon, saying, let me grab my shoes as they tried to take him off. So
I see,
just trying to figure out what happened.
Yeah, they got the body right there. It's a post on Drama Alert.
Continue to do our reporting and obviously get right back on with you as we get more information.
Yeah, Tom, stay with me very quickly. I just want to point out we saw some shots of police tape now being put around the area, the stands where former
live
President
stream
Trump
fail. I mean,
was,
it's kind of a live stream fail,
earlier,
yeah.
But it's now a crime
for
scene.
the shooter.
So what you're
it
is in fact a crime scene. The Secret Service
fucking
likely to lead that investigation. But Tom, we've all talked about it.
Fucked
We've seen
up
examples of it, political violence. This is something that law enforcement has been bracing itself for.
Sure,
No, Matt got it. Season, is it not?
Yeah.
Without a doubt, Lester, I've lost track of the amount of times you and I have talked about it privately in the offices. We've reported on it. The FBI director, in an interview with you directly, said that he was concerned about this type of thing.
Those poor people in the back,
and
though.
So I think everybody's been concerned about the potential issues, the potential things that
you
can
know
come
what?
up
And
during
they're
the
very
course of
calm
this
back
election,
there. It's crazy.
given how divided the country is,
That's
given the
folks,
level of threats. And so that's something that people are acutely
Trump got
focused
lucky
on,
as
for
fuck.
sure.
All right,
He
Tom,
did.
thanks very much. I'll let you
He
get
did.
back to your
He
reporting
straight up
and
did,
working
bro.
out more
Like,
details as this story
absolutely.
develops here tonight. Let's bring in Evie Poumpouras, a former Secret Service agent, joining me
Crazy
on the telephone
lucky.
right now. Can you give us
shit.
a sense from what you have seen,
Beyond
give us your
lucky.
professional eye of,
That's
of
a
what
nat
appears
20?
to transpire here?
Yeah.
Yes. So what we're seeing is
Divine intervention.
Him
That's
attending
what.
a rally, speaking at the
That's
rally,
what
and
they
then we
saying,
hear
brother.
The shots. That it almost sounds like these soft popping sounds. So we hear these multiple shots. We see him put his hand to his ear, and then you see the agents come in. Those agents that come in are the shift. It's his detail team. For them to come in like that, that means this is a serious
He does.
threat. Something serious
Bro,
happened.
he does.
We're also
He
seeing
fixes
the
his
tactical
hair.
team, and we're looking at the live shot. We see
Oh my
the
God.
shot of the tactical team. That's the element
Oh
that
my
comes in. When you
God.
see the tactical team, their job is to look for the threat. So you have two entities
Oh,
here.
God.
The agents in suits, they're the shift. Shift comes in, immediately comes on top of the president, and they are there to surround him and to make sure that the shots hit them. The tactical element that we see come in after.
That's incredible,
their
right?
job is
Secret
to move
Service,
out,
man.
And we see them facing out toward the crowd, and they are
Wow.
to look for the threat. Clearly, we see the agents that get around him.
That's
They shield
unbelievable.
him, and then they move in this unison
badasses,
to
yeah.
shield him body-wise so that nothing strikes him. They move him slowly down the stairs and make their way to the armored vehicles. That's what we're looking at. Now, Lester, if we're looking at how did this happen, again, this is all.
What do you mean? It's a people hate Trump. Like, what do you mean? How did it happen?
What's going on here? What went? And it's soon to
fucking
say, but
obvious how it
did such a
happened.
thing
Fucking
happen?
people hate Trump
When
forever.
you have rallies like this, ideally, you're supposed
no
to
shit
have
this happened.
magnetometers. So that's going to be the first thing they're going to look at.
Wow.
Were there magnetometers, right? How did this weapon get in? Sometimes when it's a former president,
Yeah, true.
you may not have all the elements that a sitting president would have, right?
Oh, they will
all
now.
the tactical capabilities. So it's going to be, how did that weapon get in? Were there magnetometers? Were people checked for weapons? And then from that point, where was that person positioned?